The vast majority of German Riesling you're going to see in this country and in Savannah is at the cabinet level. Again, a lot of people think that Riesling's too sweet. Again, poppycock. The way they measure sugar is in residual sugar is grams per liter. Your average cabinet is going to have about somewhere between 50 and 65 grams of sugar per liter, grams of residual sugar per liter. What does it mean? A can of Coke, one 12-ounce can of Coke. You're going to stop drinking Coke after this, but has 40 grams of residual sugar. That's 10 teaspoons in one can of Coke. You wouldn't sit down and eat 10 teaspoons of sugar. And that's not even real sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup, which is, you don't even know where that comes from. So if you're to run the numbers, from a 12-ounce to a liter, Coca-Cola, and run the gamut, Pepsi, all of them, per liter, somewhere between 140 to 170 grams. Quite literally, Coke is 3 times as sweet as German Riesling. And I mean, don't even get me started on how much sugar they put in sweet tea. I mean, I'm one of the four people in Georgia that don't. I was born and raised here, and I don't drink sweet tea. But I mean, you see how much sugar people put in that stuff, and but they'll tell you Riesling's too sweet all day long. I do not understand it. The last wine that I think again is underutilized are rosés, and we're talking with the Food Lion White Zin thing. But the way that they make rosés is not by peeling the skins. The color is in the grapes, is in the grape skins. Grapes are like people, color is in the skin. So it is entirely possible to get white juice from a red grape. And actually, I was speaking about champagne earlier. There are 3 grapes used in the production of champagne, 2 of which are red grapes. Most people don't know that. The vast majority of champagne you'll see is white. They do that by keeping the skins and the juice separated. Now, if you were to make a red wine, you'd crush the grapes, and you'd leave the skins and juice in contact, and they would, the term is macerate, but they would leach the color, the tannins, and the flavors from the skins. Making a rosé, in a red wine, that process can last anywhere from 3 days to 3 weeks, depending on how far they want to extract. In making a rosé, that maceration period will last 12 to 18 hours. So you only get just a little bit of the color and the tannin from the skins, but enough to give it a little bit more structure than what you'd get in a white wine. In this, there are people, and I've got plenty of clients that are this way, that will drink nothing but red wine. It could be 130 degrees, and it gets pretty close to that here. They will drink red wine. It just won't drink anything else. If you were to go to the south of France in summertime, you'd see that they drink rosé, because if you don't want a white wine, that's fine. But it's too hot to drink a full red wine. Rosés have just a little bit more structure to them, but they're not, again, as weighty. Perfect with the foods that we eat around here. They're ideal. They should not be sweet, and this is I think where White Zinfandel has done a great disservice to rosé, is that people had White Zin, like it's sweet and it's not very good. It doesn't have a lot of acidity. Why do I want to drink that? If you were to have a proper French rosé, especially, it would be bone dry and be incredibly high acid, and just a great food wine. And they're rather cheap, which is another upshot. So I hope I made some sense. Drink more Riesling. And the other, so with back to the Riesling thing with alcohol. I mean, pay attention to alcohol levels. I think it's something that again is too often overlooked. And with German Riesling, especially because they leave some of the residual sugar. You can get wines. I've got wines in my shop that are starting at 7.5% alcohol. I mean, you get 7-8% alcohol. And there's more alcohol in the Savannah River, and especially after this last weekend. But these are wines that you could have over lunch, and this is something that I encouraged often when I was at Metropole, to just have a glass of wine with lunch. You're not going to get loopy, but it just makes the world a better place for a little bit. And so, yeah, low alcohol Riesling, Champagne. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I really know a lot more about